The Woman in the Corridor, a true horror experience. Before listening to the story, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. It happened to me exactly 1 year ago, and even now I can't close my eyes at night without seeing her. Our final exams were near, and I was drowning in books. Normally, our school library would close at 5, but since exams were approaching, they decided to keep it open until midnight. That decision still haunts me. My house wasn't far from school, just a 10-minute walk. I preferred studying in the silence of the library rather than at home, where the noise never seemed to stop. That evening, I left my house around 6. The sky was still orange from the fading sun. I remember thinking it would be a long but productive night. When I reached the library, it was quiet, too quiet. Only the faint humming of the fluorescent lights filled the air. I buried myself in my notes, completely lost in formulas and pages. Time slipped away faster than I realized. When I finally looked at the clock, it was 10:03 p.m. That's when I noticed something odd. The library that was bustling at 7 or 8 was now completely empty. Not even the librarian was there. The silence was thick, almost unnatural. I decided to finish the last few pages quickly. Just 10 more minutes, I thought. But as I wrote, a sound echoed through the still air. Thud, scrape, thud, scrape. It sounded like someone walking, or rather limping. I froze. The sound came from between the shelves, from deep within the darkness at the back of the library. I slowly turned my head. No one. The lights flickered once, twice. My throat went dry. I packed my books hurriedly, trying not to make a sound. When I reached the door, I could still hear that faint, uneven dragging of feet following me from behind. Thud, scrape, thud, scrape. I ran. Outside the library was a long corridor, the kind that looks endless when you're scared. At the very end, you turn right and find the main exit. My footsteps echoed as I ran down the hallway, my breath coming in short bursts. And then, at the end of the corridor, under the flickering light, I saw a woman standing perfectly still. She was facing me, but her face was hidden by her tangled hair. Her shadow stretched unnaturally long on the floor, twisting like it had a life of its own. "Who's there?" I shouted, my voice trembling. She didn't move. The light above her flickered violently, once, twice, and she vanished. Just gone. My heart pounded as I stumbled to the exit and pushed the heavy door open. Cold wind rushed against my face. The street outside was empty, completely empty. That was strange. Normally, even late at night, there were people walking, cars passing, a street dog or two. But that night, nothing, not a sound, not a soul. I kept walking fast, my eyes fixed on the ground. I just wanted to reach home. Then I noticed something. A shadow stretched across the ground beside mine. Long, distorted. Not mine. I stopped. My body froze. Slowly, I lifted my head. And there she was again. That same woman, walking a few feet ahead of me. She was limping, dragging one leg as she moved. Her clothes were torn and stained, her hair wild and matted. Her hands, oh God, her hands were twisted in unnatural angles. Every instinct screamed for me to run, but I couldn't. My body wouldn't move. She turned her head slightly, just enough for me to see part of her face, gray, hollow, lifeless eyes staring blankly at the ground. Then she spoke. Her voice was raspy like air escaping from a broken throat. "Have you seen my daughter? I couldn't breathe. I pointed somewhere, anywhere, just to make her go away. There, over there, I stammered, pointing toward the street corner. She turned slowly, limping toward the direction I pointed, step by step. Disappearing into the fog, I felt the weight lift from my chest. I started running faster than I ever had, and my mind was blank, just the sound of my pounding heartbeat in my ears. But just as I reached the gate of my house, a scream pierced the night. "She is here!" The voice came from behind me. Her voice, loud, furious, desperate. Everything went black. When I opened my eyes again, I was in my bed. My neighbor sat beside me, his face pale. He told me he found me unconscious near my gate, my books scattered on the road. He said I kept whispering the same thing in my sleep over and over. She's looking for her daughter. She's looking for her daughter. Later, I found out something horrifying. In 1998, a woman named Agatha lived near our school. She had a 10-year-old daughter who studied at Eden Hill School, our school. One afternoon, the girl was playing on the school grounds and had a terrible accident. She died instantly. Agatha couldn't bear the loss. Days later, she was found, dead near the school gates, her body twisted from the fall from the clock tower. After that, people started seeing her spirit wandering around the school and nearby streets, limping, whispering the same question. "Have you seen my daughter?" Some say her spirit roams on nights close to exam season, when students stay late in the library, still searching for her lost child. And every time I pass that corridor, I feel a chill crawl up my spine. Sometimes, I still hear the faint sound of footsteps. Thud, scrape, thud, scrape.